I'm not going yet. Because there's nowhere to go. We're not moving yet. So I got me and the little one. We are in the car. I went live. What was that? On Sunday? Yeah, I think I went live Sunday. So it's been, what, like 4 days and I'm live again. And right now I'm just sitting in the car line. I did a few, well, not a few. I did one reel today. And I'm thinking about doing another one. I think I really should do another reel and post that on Instagram. Trying to manage social media stuff. I said I was going to tell myself to stop saying that things are hard. But trying to manage social media stuff is easy. It's possible, but it just takes a lot of work. Hey, Angela. It just takes a lot of work. Thank you. To manage, to try and do. I pretty much, I'm not going to say I gave up on TikTok, but TikTok is kind of like on the back burner for now. Even though I get more views on there, I think, compared to Instagram. I don't know. I'm just trying to juggle it a little bit and trying to at least be somewhat consistent, at least on one, and try to be consistent on the other one. Hey, Sheila. I was about to say Taylor Made. Oh my goodness. I haven't called you Taylor Made TV in a long time. Hey, Sheila girl. No, I didn't do real estate today. Y'all, look. It's just us girls in here. I put on lashes today. I was bored. I was actually bored today. No, but I did some Instagram stuff. I did an Instagram post today. So that's why I put on a little bit of makeup. MLW Fisherman, hey! But that's why I put on a little bit of makeup, and I didn't even leave the house today. And I was bored, so I was like, you know what? Let me try to do lashes, and I put on lashes. So that's all. That's all. Just trying to put a little more effort into my Instagram, so I'm not always looking, like I just woke up or just finished washing dishes. But yeah, I'm in the car line right now, so I'm like, let me just go live again. I might as well. Because Sunday's live. Sunday I was live for maybe like 10. It was a while. It was a lot longer than I thought. And that was the second time. That was the first time somebody actually joined my live. So today's the second day I actually had people join my live. So I'm thinking that maybe I should start trying to go live. Because like I said on Sunday, this is the platform that I would prefer to go live on. Is YouTube, because I feel like YouTube is more like a family kind of space, or like a community kind of space, where Instagram is cool too, but it's not the same. And maybe I'm just more familiar with going live on YouTube, so I prefer YouTube. So I'm hoping it'll kind of kick off, not really kick off for me, but yeah, I can come on here and talk about real estate more and more and more. But yeah, I just did a reel about USDA loans. I did pretty much. Oh my gosh, Angela, I know it's hot. It's only 78 degrees, but it feels so hot. I think because the humidity is like really, really high. But that's how I felt in the house. It was getting hot, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't wear lashes, so I'm like, can these things melt? Because I feel like they can just almost melt off my face. 95. Oh my goodness. No, and it's only 78. It feels so hot today. Maybe I'm just not used to it yet, but no, it's just humid. It's just humid. Because the other day it was like, yesterday it was like 80 something, and it was fine. It didn't feel real hot, but today is humid. Tomorrow's going to be in the 90s for us. So I'm thinking about taking a little inflatable pool out and blowing it up. As long as the pool stays inflated. I can't remember if that pool deflated last summer. I might have to get another pool. I don't know. The humidity makes it so much hotter. So much hotter. And then in real estate, when you're showing houses in the summertime and they don't have air conditioning, or like the house has been vacant, so of course they're just not going to have the air running, it is miserable. It's freaking miserable. Like you're in there walking around and sweating. Like it is so hot in those houses to just sit with no air on. It's so hot. I mean, basically, like, it's almost like being in the car with, you know how you first get into the car from being out in the heat? That's pretty much how it is. When you're like walking around and trying to show a house, and like you don't rush or anything, you try to take your time, but it's like it's so miserable. Hopping in, you're so happy to get back in the car. It's so fire. Oh, I know it's hot, hot in Mississippi, Sheila. Y'all been sweating and miserable down there. Is it humid too? I'd imagine that it would be humid in Mississippi. Of course, if you think about Mississippi, you think about like swamps and stuff. Why do I have my blinker on? But yeah, so I just posted a reel about USDA loans. I think one of the top watched video on my channel is about USDA loans. So I was like, you know what, let me do a little bit more, because I have some people now that the prices of homes are so high now, they're having issues, you know, putting that money down. It's the same 3.5% that you got to put down, but it's so much higher now because last year, at least here in our region, the home prices last month was like a record for homes, the purchase prices. So it's like something's gonna have to give here. And yes, I'm in real estate, and buying right now is not going to be for everybody, but I'm trying to, you know, work with people and figure out ways that, you know, you can get into a house and not have to put so much down. So like I had a closing on Friday. But let me read before I yeah, it's really sad. And I'm not saying that, you know, a lot of people are like, well, we're in the season where, you know, there's so many different ways to make money and blah blah blah. Now why would they do that? Is the chicken? You done with the chicken? Riley's in the back seat, y'all. What, you eat the skin off? She's eating chicken. I heated up a piece of chicken for her. She's eating chicken in the back seat. Miss Angela said hi. Say hi, Miss Angela. Said Team Gravely. Hey, Team Gravely. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's unfortunate that, you know, prices have gone so high and a lot of people have been priced out. But so USDA loan is one way that people can do it and not have to pay, you know, a whole lot. Of course, you have to be eligible and you have to qualify, and you still have to pay closing costs. So closing costs are still high, but it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But last Friday, I did close on a house, and at the time, his Auntie Sheila said hi. I don't know if y'all can hear her. But last Friday I closed on a house. It was a VA loan. That's another no down payment loan. And he put down $4,000 in earnest money. If you don't know, when you put down earnest money, you put that down in the very beginning of going under contract. And normally that will go towards your down payment and your closing costs, whichever, you know, one you have. Hey, Journey with Kiki. But oh, thank you, Angela. But because he was a VA buyer and we got him 3% closing help, he got back all of his $4,000 back except for like $450. So altogether, he only had to put down $450 to buy that house, which is huge. And for VA, I feel like, you know, someone who served is even better. Oh, somebody came out of her seatbelt. For VA, I think that's even, you know, better to be able. For me, I feel like, you know, to be able to help somebody out like that and them not have to put hardly anything down was great. So it's still possible to get something with, you know, something that needs maybe a little bit of help, or it's not. She is. Everyone a little too loud. Thank you. But yeah, so it's still possible to get some help. Not in the form of like grants and, you know, trying to look for all that kind of stuff. But the best thing to do is not look at homes that are like perfectly done, you know, granite, stainless steel, you know, already done. If you're willing to do it yourself, then you can save a lot of upfront costs. And the house was listed for $440. We got it for $425 and 3% closing help, and had a VA loan, so he didn't have to put anything down. But with the VA loan, they kind of still get you because they charge a VA funding fee. And that funding fee is $15,000. So it's rolled into the loan, but you don't have to pay it up front. So it's like they still get their money either way, but, you know, it saves on upfront costs, which is crazy. Because it's like, even if you can afford the payment, who the heck, not everybody can just put down $30,000 as a first-time home buyer. Like, it's It's ridiculous. So I'm trying to work with people to get them where they want to be if they no longer want to rent. I'm not in the business of trying to convince anybody that renting is better over buying. Unless you ask me, I will tell you and give you my opinion. But trying to go against somebody who's like a hardcore renter. Okay, Riley, we're about to move. Get back in your seatbelt. Going to get somebody who's like a hardcore renter. I'm just not in the business of doing that anymore. Because some people just don't see the value, and that's fine. That's fine. Just like, you want to put your money towards certain things. Other people don't feel like putting your money towards a house is, what you want to do. So I know the benefits. I've witnessed the benefits. I'm not going to say the product, but yeah, it's benefited me. So, I get it. I got 6 people in here. Hey. Yeah, I want to go live on YouTube more often. I was going to go live earlier, but I was talking to my mother-in-law for like 3.5 hours earlier. And then I had to do some work. So I said, you know what, let me just forget going live. I'll go live later. And then I'm like, you know what, let me just go live so I can get back into the swing of things. Thanks, Team Gravely. And if you're looking, I don't know everybody's situation, of course. But if you're looking, there's a map on, if you go to my channel, there's a USDA loan video. And there's a link to a map to where you can put an address in and see, what areas are eligible, what areas are not. The claim is more like rural areas, but the one I showed on my reel today is not. I think in the past it used to be kind of like considered the country, but it's not like country at all anymore. It's like 20 minutes away from DC. 20 minutes away from DC, so it's not like you're in the country and you need a lot of land. You can even use it for condos and all that stuff. I know, I used to go live on my other channel all the time. It was a point where I was going live. In 1984 we bought this house. Interest rates were 17%. We had to put down 30%. No, I didn't know that. So I knew that interest rates were going high. So that's why people right now, they're like, oh my gosh, interest rates are 5%. So right now they're just more normal than they were before. When the interest rates started being like 2 and 3% in 2020 and beginning of 2021, that was very unusual. That was just unusual. So I know 30%. That's great. Right now, if you were to get an investment property, you have to put down like 20%. Which is super high. 30% is crazy. I mean, I guess the home prices were less too, but whoo, 30%. But yeah, so interest rates are kind of normalizing. But back then, yeah, it was like 17%. And then as time went on, it went to 12%. But that 2%, 3%, I don't know when we're going to see that again, but that was very unusual. It was great for the people who were able to refinance and to buy during that time because it made things a lot cheaper, even though the house prices were going up so high. And right now the prices are so high and the interest rates are going up, so some people are getting priced out. But I think it's going to start kind of leveling out. So I'm curious to see what like May and June stats look like, because something's going to have to give. Now, do I want to make money off of high price houses? Yeah, sure, but I don't want to see people struggling, and I don't want it to be where people that I'm working with can't afford. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Can't afford to buy a house. And when we bought our first house, it was 2011, like right after the crash. We didn't have to put a whole lot down. It was like a really, really good time for buyers. But right now it's rough. I'm not going to say don't buy, but it's rough. Like, you really have to be strategic, and you really have to work with somebody who is going to be patient and kind of work with you, not just like just buy anything. Interest rates are normal. Yeah, it's normal to some people, but to others, they thought they were going to be at a 2% interest rate or 3% interest rate. Like the one I closed on Friday, he was like, oh, I thought I was going to be able to get, back when we first went under contract, I think he was at 4.7 or 4.675, something like that. And he thought it was going to be maybe like a 0.5% less or something. And I told him, I'm like, well, if you think that that's high, just wait until next week. And when you first got pre-qualified, they were less. So they're just going up and up and up. So then by the time we closed and we heard the interest rate again, I was like, yeah, the interest rate seems a lot better than, you know, what it did seem. Because now it's like 5.5. It's almost like a whole percent higher now. So the interest rate seems good. Even when we got a house last year, our interest rate was like 3. And I was like, darn, I was hoping to get like a 2% interest rate. Not going to happen. Now they're at 5. So that's the other thing with real estate is like, just buy when you can, because something's always going to be a factor. It's either the home prices or, you know, maybe now houses are sitting on the market a little bit longer and you can get closing help instead of, you know, getting help with a down payment. So that's a lot of things you can do to still try to make it work and still save money and still not be just absolutely broke after, you know, buying a house. But yeah, it's almost time for me to get the kids. I'm gonna get my little sign. Sometimes I feel like there has to be a better way to pick up these kids besides standing in the line for 30 minutes, because this is getting kind of old. But they don't have much longer for school. I think down south y'all are probably already out of school, just about. I think, Sheila, your kids got like a few weeks left. Well, not a few weeks, maybe they get out next week, I think. But we still got till like mid-June until we get out. Hey, Mama Bear. Hey, girl. I met her, not last year. That was earlier this year. Yeah, it's 30 minutes. Well, it depends on what you're trying to do. So I can get here as soon as they get out, but then I'll be way in the back of the line. So some of the parents be here an hour before. Ooh, next week. Oh, my gosh. I'm excited for them to get out of school, but it's like, it's just going to be me home with them all day. All day. February, okay. I knew it was either January. Yeah, January, February. Or maybe we started in January. Where are my kids at? Where are my kids? Yeah, it's probably going to get loud. So normally somebody had a good day or had a bad day, and somebody may have an attitude. We'll see. Hopefully both kids are happy today. Oh, they're both hugging each other. They look miserable. It's so hot. Oh, am I still moving up? Okay, I'm moving up. They look so miserable. They're like squinching their eyes like. Okay, Kiki, sorry about that. May, January, move February. Yep, that's right. And that was such a process. Oh my God.
It's the new day tomorrow, honey.
What's wrong?
She got a 9.
She got a 9.
See you later.
Okay, zip. Buckle up, y'all. All right, the kids are all in tote, and I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Looks like one didn't have that great of a day, so I'm gonna talk to them, and I'm gonna be live again. I'm gonna at least try to do it once a week. Yeah. Bye, y'all.